Hello and welcome to Warlord Games. It has been a long time since we've done a video. I do apologise, lots going on. Life, mainly, sheep, all that sort of good stuff. But I've been wanting to do a video for a little while. I've got a little project on the go with a friend of mine. And we're hoping to do some battle reports for some early war bolt action later in the year. We've got a few, I say, storylines put together, but we'll see how it goes. But anyway, I need to start building my force. If some of you have already seen, I built my British bolt action infantry a long while ago now. And even though they're mid to late war, I am probably still going to use them, but I'd like to get some early war stuff built, as well as some late war stuff, which I've got in the pipeline, so I can use them for both. But I've also got some early war infantry coming to specifically use. Well, I say specifically, to be honest, you can kind of use them for any period if you're not that fussed on being period specific. In terms of uniforms, obviously weapons are going to be a big factor, but that's absolutely fine. To be honest, I'm happy with rifles and Brens anyway. So we've got the A9 tank to build. I thought a cruiser would be really good. I would really like a Matilda 2 as well. So hopefully get one of those. I have built and undercoated a get my teeth back in again, Bren carrier, or universal carrier, which, yeah, just needs painting now. But actually, to be honest, you could play with it like that if you wanted to, as long as your opponent didn't mind too much. So here we go, let's get into it. So as you can see, it's part plastic, well, part resin, part metal, which is really cool. Really adds some weight. Even this turret, I mean, that's not glued in, that's just slotted in there, and I need to put the other turret hatch on there. But yeah, that's weighty. The actual chassis itself is really weighty as well, and actually I quite like that. It kind of just, yeah, it gives you a good feel. That's not meant to be in here, it's for something else. It's for black powder. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this comes together. Having built the universal carrier as well, that you can build for both mid to late and early. I've gone for early, but to be honest, it kind of doesn't really matter, apart from a few mud guards on the side, etc., and lights I think have changed. So yeah, so we've gone for the early war A9. It's hopefully going to feature quite heavily in what we've got planned. There are no instructions for this. This is kind of how it came, but in plastic bags. So it doesn't even come in a box anymore. I think because obviously it is an older model, but that's absolutely fine. So let's give this a go. I'm not sure where to go and start. I'd imagine I'm not going to glue the turrets in. Mainly because it's actually quite a tight fit anyway, and because of its weight, it should stay in there no matter what. But also, if the tank gets blown up, it means I can take the turret off and symbolise it being blown up. The smaller turrets I'm not so sure about. I probably am going to glue them in, so we'll see. As you can see, I have obviously put the turret hatch, one of the turret hatches on already, and I have also clipped out a lot of the gumph within the tracks. Now, as you can still see, there is still a bit more in there, but to be honest, I'm probably going to do that once it's glued on. The other thing I will say about these older kits is to get them to fit properly, you are going to have to shave some bits down. Those of you that have used older kits before already know this. Even on here, you can see here, I've shaved that down quite a bit. I may even take a bit more off just using my file, just to shave that down a bit. But it is very mismatched, because if you see the other side, that's kind of okay. That's pretty good. Whereas this side, it still had a obviously where it's come out the cast, or whatever you call it, the mold. Sorry, there we go. That should be better. So I think I'm still trying to decide where to start. I haven't built anything for ages anyway, let alone filmed anything. Let's start with the track, shall we, and get it as a rolling chassis. As you can see there is a bit of a gap. Now, I'm probably not going to be able to file that down anymore. So, I mean, I can live with the gap. I'm okay with that. You know, if you probably could get it flush if you made. I tell you what would work really well is either making your own plastic glue. I know this is resin, but making your own plastic glue, that might work, or some of that putty stuff just to fill in those gaps there. But to be honest, I'm kind of okay with that, just because it fits really well. So let's get that glued. I'm using super glue. As you know, I use super glue for everything anyway, but you're probably going to have to use super glue on this. You won't be able to use plastic glue because, for obvious reasons, you're gluing metal onto resin / plastic. So let's give that a go on there. I haven't really built too many resin models, so this feels very old school. I remember doing the old blister packs from GW back in the day, when you used to get a resin / plastic figure and a big heavy metal gun, namely the las cannon. I think I've got one somewhere in the box, but yeah, I'll have to get that out one day. I need to do, that's the other thing, guys. Let me know what videos you'd like to see. I know I haven't updated the Conflict 47 videos. I was meant to do more on those, and honestly, life has just got in the way. So apologies for that. But let me know what videos you'd like me to do more of. If you'd like some more of those videos. I'm hoping to do some basing videos as well with our Flock and Forge basic mix. Not to blow my own trumpet, but that is going pretty well. We've got lots of new mixes out, probably since I last did a video. So make sure you go and check them out. But we will do some basing videos. If there's any particular basing videos you'd like to see, i.e. mixes, let me know. I've got lots of blank bases to do that with. I won't necessarily be doing it with miniatures. Some I will, just to show you, but also if you'd like to see it on, well, a particular miniature, if I can. Warlord's fine. Warhammer, a bit more difficult, very limited to my very badly painted Ultramarines from when I was a kid. Oh god, that still hasn't, blimey, that's okay, that's still not stuck together. Sorry, it just looks like it's in motion, but I'm not moving. I am moving, I promise. This is still real. Yeah, I've still got some of my Krieg that I can base, so I can show you with some Krieg, and I can show you with some of the Praetorians I've built as well. Warhammer wise, the rest, yeah, it will be black powder, Conflict 47, or bolt action that I can show you with, or just some blank bases, to be honest. So yeah, make sure you go and check them out, and also comment below on what you'd like to see basing wise. If not, I am just going to do some videos anyway, so you hopefully on all the range eventually. But I'm probably going to start with Shetland Ridge Gravel and Desert Grazer, and maybe a few more, but we'll see. We'll go from there, and we'll do some videos and see how you lot like them. Thank you very much for sticking with the channel as well, guys. Again, I know I haven't posted anything for a while, so apologies. That doesn't feel very stuck. Right, let's try doing that, because what we can do is, if I can, I'm so impatient, just want to get it built now. Otherwise, you're going to end up with hour-long video and me not really doing very much. Right, there we go. Let's do that side. Right way around here, right way around. There we go. Now, I know there's no instructions, but it is quite hard to get this wrong, purely because you're very limited on the parts you do get. Oh, that does fit. Oh no, there is still a gap down there. Look, see, that's two very different gaps there, if you can see that. But like I said, I don't mind too much once it's painted on the tabletop. I mean, as you guys know, my painting is not fantastic. So I've just noticed something. That's that. There we go. That bit better. Just bring that back up there. I need to get used to doing camera angles again, although not that they were fantastic last time. Oh, I tell you what, that might be a good place to glue it. Let's put some under there as well. Should have done that the first time, really, shouldn't I? Let's give that a go. Like I said at the beginning, you are going to have to do probably a lot of cleaning up before you start gluing stuff together. Purely because older models are very much like that. So just be patient, take your time with them. And if you are stuck, I mean, I don't do too many build videos, well, any videos, as you guys know. But if you do get stuck, I'm sure if you reach out on one of the various channels or Instagrams, reach out and someone will be able to give you some pointers. But I think, to be honest, I don't know why, because don't get me wrong, I love late war, but I don't know why everyone does it. I get it, you get some very fancy tanks, and you know, like all the famous tanks and stuff, but it's just not as exciting. The reason we kind of planning on an early war venture is, I always say it's wrong to say I love the early war period. I do, because it fascinates me, which is, considering, you know, lots of men died, sounds slightly morbid, but it really does fascinate me. There was a BBC 1 or 2 docudrama, came out years ago, early 2000s I think, on Dunkirk. Very fascinating. And there's also an audio book I absolutely love and highly recommend everyone go and read or check out, on the basic battle for France, effectively. And it doesn't just, you know, Dunkirk is very much towards the end. There were far more evacuations, I think, than is usually portrayed. And also the British did do quite well. Not saying the French were the problem, but the French were the problem. Sorry if you're a French-speaking person. I don't mean to offend you, but yeah, they weren't the same army as they were in 1914. Okay, so that's the tracks hopefully glued. We'll see later on whether they fall off or not. I did just go and check my audiobooks, and it is Dunkirk by Hugh Sebag-Montefiore. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Go and check it out. It is a fascinating read, and that book is why, and the docudrama is why I'm so fascinated with the start of the Second World War. Right, let's crack on. So we've got, that's the gun. It needs a bit of a straighten out. That's the other thing you will find, is some of these metal bits will be a little bit bent and stuff like that. I'm not sure what they are. Might have to do some research. They look like lifting eyes. Could be lights. They're obviously headlights, which is fine. I can see where they go. There's two little, I don't know if you can see, there's one hole there and one hole there. But there's no other holes for those other things. So they may get left off for this video, but if I find out where they go, I will tell you. So before we get the fiddly bits, let's get these smaller turrets in. They both look the same, so they're just machine guns. So I don't think it matters which way round they go. It's just trying to decide, do we have one pointing forward, one slightly to the side? Like that? That does actually look quite good. And then I suppose the top turret will move. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll have one painted, one facing forward. Let's glue that in. And then one just off to the side. I mean, it's quite weird. I mean, I think it's a £2 gun. I don't think it's even that on an A9. But this was a cruiser tank, so this was meant to be effectively replace the cavalry. This was meant to be your fast, agile tank that moved quickly, and then your Matildas, well, your Matilda 1s were just a machine gun tank effectively, but your Matilda 2s had the £2 on and very heavily armoured. This, as you can see, is not very well armoured, very light armour, but actually it's got quite a lot of firepower, isn't it, for what it is. I think they're probably going to move slightly, but we'll go with that. And then we'll get the headlights in whilst we're down at that end. God, these are going to be fiddly, aren't they? We have to do some very I should have clipped these before I took them off. So you can just see there's some little bits. Again, with metal figures, you're going to have to do some cleaning up. That should do it. I just hope my chubby fingers are going to be able to put that in the hole. I was going to say something naughty then, but we will refrain from the obscenities for this one, maybe. Well, that's fucking bollocks, isn't it? Oh god, this is where I need pliers. Pliers? Tweezers, not pliers. Pliers. Actually, some long, what do you call them? Swan. Oh god, I've glued my fingers together. And the light, bollocks. Right. That looks okay. It's fairly straight. Well done. Oh, I don't know why I glued that, because I haven't cleaned up the headlight yet. God, I hope it's not meant to have that little fleck on it, but I don't think it is. If I'm wrong, lambast me in the comments. And I probably should, and also lambast me for not doing more research on the A9 before I come and make a video about, for it. I mean, who does that? Oh, oh no, I'm moving. I should have done these before the machine gun, but never mind. Let's, oh God, I've got such fat fingers. I need tweezers. Where are my bloody tweezers? Let's have a quick look. Oh, I tell you what, let's improvise. I'm going to use these. Don't judge me, but I'm just going to pinch them, not tight, because I don't want to cut through the metal. Oh, no. Oh, there we go. Look at that. There we go. Right, quickly move the machine gun back before it glues. Do you know what? I don't think... Yeah, that makes sense. So I put the glue on there. And it's not really done anything in the bottom of that well, so we're going to have to glue in that well, which is probably what I should have done before, but there we go. We all make mistakes. Well, probably not. Oh, that one's glued. Okay, we're happy with that one. Tight fit. So there we go. Right, headlights, machine guns. Oh no, because we don't want that shooting the headlight. That's a bit of a poor design there, look. That's very close. I wonder, I'd love to know if there were any headlights that got shot off by that machine gun. Because if you dip that ever so... God, that... Yeah. Never mind. But it's pretty cool. I mean, I wish modern tanks had 2 machine gun turrets on it. I'll tell you what, the Scimitar could have really done with one of those. Right. Move on to the main turret. And like I said, I will find out what these are. because they've got holes in, they look like lifting eyes. But I'm going to need to do some research and find out where they go. Oh, tell a lie. Just spotted it, look. On the corners of the turret. Interesting. I'll have to find out which way they go, though. Because if I put them that way on, if that makes sense. Or do I put them that way on? We'll find out. I will cut this video and I'll go and do some research for you. But anyway, let's crack on with this. We might as well do the main gun and the other turret hatch. Now, there is only one way this can go, as this does have a little periscope on it there. That's that bobbly bit on top. So now I don't... do we glue that? I suppose, yeah, we do, don't we? Let's glue the metal, I think, just because. Excuse the paint on here. My little one has been painting some lifeguards in blue, weirdly, which is not lifeguard colours, but there we go. No judgment here. But she's been really enjoying some painting. She's just at that age where she just likes to paint everything. But there we go. That fits nicely on there, look. It's weird how these have two hatches, yet a normal Sherman or an early Sherman doesn't. You know? But there we go. Right, let's get the main gun in. Now, you can kind of see these are slightly bent. Now, that's the one thing you're just gonna have to bear with metal figures if you're not used to them. But you can, with some tender hands, you can semi-straighten them out. Now, I'm quite happy with that, so I'm just going to glue that in place. Fat end first, people. This is early war where we have small guns, so that means small ends. I might, you see there, camera focus, there's a bit of a whirl, so I'm just going to sand that down slightly just to get a flatter fit in there. Now, this isn't particularly flush in there either, so we might just have to jam in some soup glue, because it's not a solid fit. It doesn't stay in there, which is really frustrating, but there we go. We're just going to have to hold that slightly, otherwise we're going to have a very limp gun. No comments, please. Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a tricky one, isn't it? We must be able to pack that out slightly. Don't know what width though, that's the only problem. I suppose a tiny bit of paper would probably do it. Yeah, let's try that. Excuse me. Right. I've just wrapped a tiny bit of paper around the end just to thicken that end bit out, just so it's a tighter fit basically. We'll give that a go. I'm sure some of you will be screaming at the screen going, no, why don't you use putty? Well, it's because I don't actually have any. That's better. Yeah, that's better. And then what I can do is I can just cut back that paper with a scalpel a bit later on. In fact, actually, now I know where it fits. Let's scrape that back now, because I know me, and what I'll do is I'll just paint over it. Because I'm lazy, and because I just want to get playing with them. Right. Oh, I'm definitely going to have to straighten out that gun again, I think. That's the other thing. Do not do what I did and push in from the front. It's soft metal. You idiot. Right, I'm going to obviously have to scrape off a little bit, but that is a lot better fit, and I can kind of just leave that to dry now. It's a bit wonky, but it's better than it was. So that's that is pretty much the tank built. Now let's have a look at those lifting eyes. Okay, in that seamlessly smooth edit I've just done, obviously I went away and googled the lifting eyes. These are lifting eyes, and they go on the four corners of the turret, and they sit lengthways. I'll show you if you're not sure. Now these are extremely delicate. I also, in that extremely good edit, found my tweezers, although so they now let me glue them in and then I can show you how they sit if you are curious. I'd also love to know if anyone else is interested in some early war battles. I hope there's more of us out there, because I'd love to do more. So there you go. Sorry, very quickly, that's how they sit. There you go. I'm sure you could shape them up a little bit better, and I might do, but I'm kind of happy with that. You lot know I'm a little bit chip shop with stuff, so that's fine. I was a little bit worried that I saw one image with an antenna on the back, but then I've also seen lots of other images without an antenna, so I think we're going to stick without the antenna for now. Oh god, these are so soft and delicate, and my fingers are just not built for these, but we are persevering. See if we can get that one in there. Worst case scenario, guys, if you can't get stuff in the pre-made holes, do not worry, just shave bits off. You're using super glue anyway. Oh, that's just fallen down the side there. So don't worry. You can obviously try to enlarge the holes if you've got the kit, absolutely fine. If you haven't, don't panic. I mean, at the end of the day as well, you obviously want to make your vehicle look period specific, absolutely fine, but also you know, not the end of the world if you don't include them. There we go, managed to get that one in. Let's do the others.
A few moments later.
And there we go. I sped that a little bit up for you, just so you didn't have to. Oh, let me focus that in. Sped it up for you so you didn't have to hear me waffle on. And there we go. That is it, built and done. Obviously, you all know the next stage, it's going to be undercoated. And then hopefully painted at some point. Let me know if you want to see a painting video. If not, I will just post the finished pictures on the website. But there we go. That is the A9 finally built. And that can go alongside our Bren. I've got some tactics, which I semi-used with my other infantry, and some later war armour. I actually found, instead of having bigger groups, separating my men down into fire teams with a Bren worked really well. And I tell you what, light mortars are really tasty. We didn't film the battle because we both hadn't played for a while, so and I had never played so properly, so it was very much a stop-start. It took us quite a long time to play quite a small game, but which is fine. But we had some, we had some fun, and then we were like, right, both very interested in early war. Let's get some scenarios down, and we will get them filmed as a battle report for you guys. Also, let me know if there's any other battle reports you'd like to see, and I will try my best to get them done. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video after a long time, and you've all missed my dulcet tones. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Also, as I've said throughout the video, let me know more videos you'd like to see, what you'd like to see, and then we can go from there. I've freed up, not the sheep. Sheep are still going strong. If you'd like to see more sheep stuff, again, let me know. That's fine. It does tie in, especially with the basing. But yeah, so I've got a little bit more time now to focus very much on the store and very much on the YouTube channel. So thank you for being so patient with me and sticking with the channel. Very much appreciate it. And I will hopefully see you next time. And if you liked this video, please make sure you like and subscribe and tell your friends about us. We're still a very small channel. To be honest, I'm not pushing to be big, but every little helps. And please make sure you comment on videos to let us know, one, how we're doing or how badly we're doing, but also so that we can improve and get a lot better. Make sure you go and check out the store. There's lots of new and great stuff on there, especially Flock and Forge has some. We've got, if you've not seen since the last video, you are missing out. The range has easily doubled, if not got a bit more bigger than that. So make sure you go and check it out, and I hope to see you next time. Cheers.